Stranger Babe. This is a day later. I got to bed. Trying to see what's going on. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. This is Stranger Babe, and I'm going live. As you can see, I slept on my hair. That's all. Not a boxing. But yeah, I just came on because it's a beautiful day in Utah. So I figured I see what everybody else doing. I know they're grilling. I'm trying to mess with this a little bit. I'm looking for conversation. Anybody that want to convert. Yeah. Anybody want to conversate? Is that even a word? I don't know. From the South. I forget. I'm not cooking today, but I was able to go out and socialize with people, talk to a veteran. Happy Memorial Day weekend. This is me waking up from bedhead. Gotta smooth this down. It's kind of like a new growth sitting up there. So I'm gonna try to redo it. This is Yesme TV. I am Stranger Babe. Welcome to my live. Don't forget to hit a like and subscribe. If you want to talk about anything, go right ahead. Let's keep the conversation light. Right now, I'm just trying to get some of this growth in check. Boom, check, boom, boom, check, check, boom. Check, boom, boom, check, check. Boom, check. What you really know, young lone Brazil? You're looking for G's where they at. Here you go. I'm gonna tell you something you ain't never heard before. I boom, check. Your pussy go fetch. Can I get a drum roll? Boom, check. Look at that booty. Boom, check. Ain't she fine? Boom, check. Look at that brick house. Boom, check. She'll blow your mind. Welcome to my live. This is Yesme TV. I am Stranger Babe. Look what that did. That's crazy. Hello. Feel free to say something in the live. I am up for anything. We can talk about whatever. I'm trying to keep the conversation light. I hope everybody having a good Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully you're having a good one. Got some food on the grill. I made spaghetti the other day. I think today I'm Just some shrimp. It's light. I don't have any music yet, but I plan to have some music once I get situated. Then I can dance. I think that's called a walk and a snake. You see what I'm working with. But yes, go right ahead. Say hello. Talk to me. I think I'm gonna sit here for a minute. It's a beautiful day in Utah, but I'm trying to get out of Utah. I'm trying to get back to Florida. You know, I need to socialize. Hi, how you doing? Need to socialize a little bit. What's up? What's up? Nice to have you here. Anything you want to ask me, go right ahead. This is I think like my 13th live. So, yeah, whatever you want to ask me, go right ahead. I got a bunch of videos, just me talking and walking around in Florida. Yeah, just walking around talking in Florida, you know, trying to get some views. Yeah, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, I call myself Stranger Babe because it's the meaning of my name. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and come back. Thank you for subscribing and come back because this live is going to be a lot more live. Right now, I'm in the middle of a move and yeah, I ain't got nothing in here. It's just me and you. So whatever you want to say to me, feel free. Feel free. I'm still not fully comfortable with being in front of the camera, but I'm getting there. I figure the more I do it, the more comfortable I get. And you know, don't take my videos personal. It's just me talking about whatever, whenever, and you know, just trying to start a conversation. You know, I appreciate everybody coming through here and just spending time with me. I'm trying to create a YouTube family. You know, what they call them, the day ones. I'm a YouTuber too. That's cool. I wish I could pronounce your name. I am so sorry. I can't pronounce it. Abhim. I'ma try. Abhim. Oh, Abhim. Oh my gosh, you got me. Thank you for coming through. I'm call you Abhim. Have 500 subscribers. That's a good start. That is a good start. 500 subscribers. It took me like, shoot. I've been on it for 4 years, on and off. Took a hiatus. And I'm trying to get it right, trying to figure out what people like to talk about. I don't want to be like a negative Nelly, always talking crap. I'm trying to keep it light as possible today. 500 subscribers. Hi. Hello. That is really good. I'm sure you got your subscribers a lot quicker than I did. It took me a minute. I had to go live. I'm just like, let me go in and start socializing with the viewers. You know, because I'm a viewer too. I'll be watching everybody. Game Zone. Okay. Nice. I wish I knew how to play games. Every time I get on a game, they like destroy me like immediately. I'm like gaming for less than less than a minute and I'm shot down. A blood, yeah, yeah. I'm not good at gaming. Gaming is really good on here though. Let's see, add a question and answer sticker. Favorite things about this community. Oh, my favorite thing is people coming through. Coming through, talking to me, keeping me company. I appreciate it. Keep me company all day long. The other live, I was making spaghetti. It turned out really good. I had some big old cloves. I ate all that. I ate all of it. Yes, I hadn't had spaghetti in probably like 6 months. So I definitely made me some. Today I'm gonna eat shrimp. I'm going there. Some good old shrimp. I'm from the South Florida, so you're probably gonna hear a little twang in my voice. That southern twang. Thank you for coming through. It's nice to have you here. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming through. I got some water here. I'm gonna sit in front of this screen for a minute. I'm just gonna, whatever y'all wanna ask me, feel free. Yeah, just feel free to ask me anything. I mean, almost anything. And my apartment is empty because I'm in the middle of a move. And I got everything packed, ready to go. And I'm going back to Florida. I'm in Utah. Yeah. I am steady. I'm trying to do you? No, I don't. But I hear that's the thing everybody doing. I have no idea how it works. And I feel so, man, out of times that I don't even know how to play it. I need to get on that. Because everybody is playing that. I gotta get up to date. It's things be changing so much. 1 minute it's so fun. See, that's what I'm talking about. Right, everybody doing, things are changing so fast, and I need to keep up with the times. It's so fun. It gotta be fun because everybody playing it. I believe you. I believe you. I remember when Legos and those little characters was out. You used to find them all under the sofa, under the bed. Now they serious with that stuff. They serious with it. Roblox, yeah. I gotta figure it out. That's why I said if you just stick with me for a little bit, I'm finna start getting a little more up to date on what's going on because everybody is playing these games and I'm being left behind. I want to thank everybody for coming here. Y'all gotta forgive me because I'm fairly new at this, very new. All I did was made some videos, but I never really had a chance to interact with the viewers. And like I said, I'm a viewer. I watch everything that comes down my timeline, and I want, yeah, and I want to be a part of it. I want to be left out. You know, everybody having fun. And I don't know what's going on. That's why I said I'm gonna get me some games. I'm gonna give me another phone so I could talk to you on the phone. Have like all these things going on because you gotta be active. Hi, how you doing? You gotta be active on here. You can't just be just sitting in front of the screen. So Yeah, just be patient with me. I'm gonna be all into that. I want to say Happy Memorial Day. I know a lot of people don't celebrate like holidays and things like that, but to the ones that do, Happy Memorial Day. You know, you gotta be flexible. I was speaking with a guy outside, and he was, oh man, he was blowing my mind. You know, with his conversation, I've never listened to like a Californian person talk. You know, like what they be talking about. He was talking about vibrations and all these celestial beings, and I'm just listening. I didn't know what to do with it. I was just listening. He was like, make sure you take this conversation back to Florida. Florida is, man, we're kind of behind on, you know, people are really into spiritual stuff, you know, and he was talking about UFOs. He was talking about just a spiritual growth that is going on, and I'm thinking like it's not Christian. All I've been is, you know, the Bible. You know, the Bible is the only thing I've learned about spirituality, and but then it's so much more. It's so much more. It's so much I gotta learn. I gotta open my mind to it. You know, because you know, I hate to say it makes you closed-minded, but you know, people on some other stuff, and you know, not saying that it's bad. It's just different. It's not what I was raised on. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, what is happening. The world is changing. The world is changing, and I hope it's for the better. You know, technology is getting more and more advanced. Sometimes I feel like a duck out of water, you know, a fish out of fish out of water, a duck out of the pond. I just feel like my head's been left and everybody's going for it. So that's why I'm on here. I'm trying to learn how to relate. The South the South is kind of behind time. People are talking about totally different conversations, and I was trying to understand. Just like I'm talking to you now, you're probably wondering what the heck I'm talking about. I'm wondering the same thing. I'm wondering the same thing. I'm just trying to open my mind to new things, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate everybody that's coming through. Even if you're just passing through, that's fine with me. Yeah, you gotta excuse my apartment. Yes, it is empty. The other day I twisted my hair up. I usually have it in a ponytail. So I figure I'll do something different. It only took me like 37 minutes to twist it, and then I finger parted it. If you have any question, comments, feel free. Just put it in there, and if I can answer it, I will to the best of my ability. I'm really excited to be here today. I love being on live on a holiday because I know it's people that's, you know, just strolling through and stuff. I don't want to I don't want to be too serious today, but if you want to be, we will be. Anything you want to talk about, I'm open to. The other time I was talking about abstinence, you know. And then I was like, it's forced abstinence, you know. And then I was like, dang, did I sound like I'm an insane? You know, just being just being happy with my own conversation, being happy with myself, enjoying my own company is pretty much what I'm trying to learn to do. But you know, you can only do so much. That's why I came on live so I could talk to other people. And for a whole year, I've been just in this apartment. Yes, in this apartment, just doing too much of nothing. I wrote a story. I don't know if y'all seen that, but it's a 50-page story, and I've never did that in my life. And it has a twist at the end. So if if you would take some time, you know, especially for the readers out there, take a little time and read it and tell me what you think. Yeah, tell me what you think. If it sucks, if it makes no sense. But I think I did pretty good. I didn't even know what the twist was gonna be at the end, but I did add a twist to it. I'm not gonna say what it is. You know, you gotta read it. And I kind of scanned down. I'm very amateurish when it comes to technology or whatnot. I'm very yeah, a little wet behind the ears. I'm learning. I'm learning how to do things on this app, and I figured it'll be a good time to just share what I'm learning. And as you watch this channel, you will see me evolve. I will get better and better at doing this. That is my goal, to become a better YouTuber. Now, do I want to have a whole bunch of subs? Not really. Not really. Just a small little group that, you know, support me as far as what I'm doing and can understand what I'm talking about, because I know that, you know, some people can't gel with other people, and I get that. I get that. But I know there's people out here that will be able to relate to me. And that's what I'm excited about. Finding a group of people that can really relate to me, you know, because sometimes you meet people and they become a friend, you know, because they can relate to what you're talking about. And I want everybody to understand that, yes, I'm very new at this. And I think I'll get better. I get more comfortable in front of the screen, and I can answer, you know, your questions about, you know, what I'm trying to do here. And right now, all I'm trying to do is just meet people. I just want to meet people. That's it. I don't have no cash app. I don't have um, um, no songs. You know, the one song that I do got is something I made up. I grew up with that song, so I kind of mixed it up a bit. You know, chopped and screwed it. And they don't even sound smooth. But you really know Young Long puts out looking for G's where they at. Here she go. I'm gonna tell you something you ain't never heard before. I boom check your pussy go fetch. Can I get a drum roll? Boom check. Look at that booty. Boom check. Ain't she fine? Boom check. Look at that brick house. Boom check. She'll blow your mind. Yeah, that's. And then I got like more to go with it. It's like a whole song. It's like, hold up, baby, wait your turn right now. I'm like a swallow in a nest of worms. Is it, what is your message for the youth? I don't have nothing for the youth, to be honest. Um, but I am not trying to influence anybody on anything. All I am here for is just to to get to know other viewers and YouTubers. I don't have any message. I'm not any kind of influencer. None of that. I'm just on. I'm just on live trying to reach out to the American public and all the other publics. Yeah, no message. You know. And then I cuss and stuff, so I ain't got nothing for youth other than, keep it to yourself. you know, stay a child as long as you can. That's the only thing I could tell them, as long as you can. Don't be so quick to grow up, because it's something else being an adult. I remember when I was young, I couldn't wait to be an adult. Now I wish I was a child again, where I could just go out and play all day. What is the situation of racism there? Um, Now, as far as racism go, I haven't really seen any racism, but sometimes it's hard to um, um, get to. I don't know. It seems like sometimes people try to block what you're doing. You ask them a question, they act like they don't hear you, but that could just be pure being an asshole. Excuse my language. And I don't really think that it has anything to do with racism. Some people just ain't in the mood to tell anybody anything. You could ask for questions, and they act like they don't hear you. But yeah, some people are just not into telling you nothing. Like, figure it out like I'm figuring it out. So it can make it pretty hard, and then it's like Utah is a lot of white and a lot of Hispanic people here. So it could be a language barrier; they don't understand what you're saying, or it's just I ain't got time for it, and I ain't answering no questions. I watched Good Burger movie yesterday. You just look and sound like Ed. Wow. that is that's funny. That's funny. I think I know who Ed is. I think he's cute. He ain't my age. He's probably younger than me, but he is so funny. That's a funny guy. I hope he do some more good burgers. As an adult, maybe a manager. It would be good as a manager. Say welcome to Good Burger Home. Oh, I already said it. Welcome to Good Burger. Say welcome to Good Burger Home. Wow. Well, he got me on there. But, yeah, he's funny. That guy is funny. I hope he does really good. I don't know what his, $4. I'm not sure what, welcome to Good Burger. Home of the Good Burger? Is that what he said? Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. That's all I got. That's all I got from that. Yeah, he's a funny guy. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Oh, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? enjoyed that. I never thought I'd listen. I sounded like him at all. But maybe I do. Oh, wow. Insane. You sound the same. Do I? That's funny. Welcome to Good Burger. Home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? I think he got more of a California accent, though. But hey, if you say so, I guess that's what it is. But you know, my voice has always been pretty much like this. Yeah. It's not high pitched. Sometimes I wish it was, but it just ain't. It's not. But if you hear it, okay, that's what it is. Bye. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. These names are something else. Y'all gonna get me with these names. I'm gonna sound like a damn dodo bird. I can't. Occasional up Lulander. See? Yeah, these names gonna get me. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna try to sit here as long as I can and talk with you. Maybe I'll get this book and read my story to you. Would y'all like that? Would you like to hear my story I wrote? It's a 50-page story. You got 0 viewers, so I'm guessing that's a no. It's a 50-page story. Hold that thought. I'm way low on the flow. This is my notebook pad, and I wrote a story. Now my handwriting, it sucks. See, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. These are the characters. Now, the state of Florida held a lot of memories for Kim. She partied there, heartaches, more kids, in a small town of Tallahassee, Florida. Kim was doing a 30-day stay in Leon County Jail. At the time, Ted Bundy was held in a tower. She could see the tower from her outdoor dorm This was the longest stay that Kim ever had endured. She vowed this would be her last time in county jail. However, this is where she did her soul searching. Being behind bars with a man sentenced to death was a grim realization. Her attitude and I don't even know what I wrote. Her attitude and being sassy to the cops or even pulling away could wind her up. Wind up. Wait a minute. Even pulling away, she could wind up dead. What? Oh, she could wind up dead. The streets was turning colder and meaner. The people she laughed and drank with was now doing hard drugs. Oh my goodness, did I write that? Crack had found its way on the scene, it found its way on the scene. Not weed, but crack was introduced as a party favor. But was more like a nightmare. Kim watched the joy and laughter turn into a dull, lifeless desperation in the eyes of the users. Once full of jokes, people went silent. The new drug had taken over their whole lives. Families torn apart. CPS became the talk around the table. Who kids was removed from whom's home. No more spades and beer. Ladies was going in dark rooms with strangers. Persons they claimed they would never get caught dead with. A new outfit every weekend was replaced with finding something clean in the dirty laundry. Ooh. Sitting in a jail cell, Kim thought, could she could never go down that route. Always watching for lunch. Always watching for the lunch cart. Kim didn't turn down a meal, even in jail. Kim still had an appetite. Fish sticks was on the menu with coleslaw. It was never enough, but Kim never ate off anyone's plate. This afternoon wasn't different from any other day, except some girls wanted to start a fight. Women she didn't know or said, wait a minute, I'm reading this, y'all, hold up. Women she didn't know or said a letter to. The three cellmates was complaining about Kim dragging her feet in the dorm. Kim liked it to exercise every morning, taking laps around the pod with all the banging of the cell doors. Kim wasn't trying to understand why they was focused on her early that morning. After the count, the same girls wanted Kim to go inside their cell. When Kim refused, Kim thought nothing of it, but the ladies had a problem with it and decided to pick a fight. Or whatever came first. Pick up your feet, one girl yelled. Kim stopped in her tracks and yelled back, "Fuck you." Looking confused and angry, they stood there stunned and turned around, retreating to their cell. Just that quick, the confrontation was over. Slightly annoyed, Kim continued to walk, watching their cells for any more beef. In a few more hours, Kim was going home. Waiting for her was Kim's mother and her sister. Hearing the guard call out her name, felt like winning the lottery. Hi, how you doing? Now, let's turn the page. Bunkmates rushed Kim bunk, wanting her white tees and socks. She was finally going home. Some bunkmates was full of happiness for her. Some looked sad, knowing they was going down the road, not going to see home in a couple of years. Some just didn't care. The ladies that looked out for Kim during her stay was getting her t-shirts. The ladies going down the road could have the socks. These was the cellmates that would braid her hair for court. It was a little system. Whomever was the kindest would get your bites. And the fish stick haters, the skinny girls, most ladies left jail when 10 or more pounds heavier. They came in with all that bread. They came in with all that bread being served and well rested. Kim, I think that kind of went off. Kim hit the streets running, not before going to see her mother. Kim's mother informed her that her apartment was gone. She had moved most of her belongings into her old room. I told everyone they could find you here. Not surprised, Kim nodded, sharing some food, and walked to the store. Kim never wanted her mother to use money to bail her out of jail. Bail her out of jail for her stupid mistakes. For instance, intentionally not showing up to court. Sitting in jail, Kim thought of her mother's words. You better stay out of those white folks' jail. After telling her mother about jail, Kim gave her mother a big hug and went in the house to get ready for her date. Finding some of her clothes in a box, Kim thought she could borrow something out of her mother's closet. After dressing, Kim went looking for her boyfriend, Tony. Hi. Kim was ready to drink. They had sex. Kim was ready to drink. Her goal was to get drunk, walk down a familiar road, running into some friends, sharing a beer, laughing, and telling the girls who was locked up and for what. Half of the black community was in county. Kim teased, looking up from her cup, a long black cutlass pulled in, blasting music. All the ladies thinking the same thing. Who is this guy here to see and hoping to be picked for a good time? The car and the music was a clue to a good time. Being the weekend, most of the girls was missing in action, already posted up in some cheap motel with the flavor of the month. Today was Kim's day. The young man called Kim to the car. Asked, where you been? Where you been hiding? Kim told a lie and said home. This guy was tall, handsome, going by the name of James, known on the street as a hard-working single man that loved the ladies. Yeah. And he just got off work, still in his work uniform, looking kind of dusty, but he could clean up nice. James was talking about meeting up later. Kim agreed. But before James drove off, Kim asked for a couple of dollars because her and her girls wanted to drink another beer. Looking at the ladies from the driver's seat, James agreed they looked thirsty and handed Kim $10. She was his date for the night. James handed the money over gladly, waving bye to everyone, turning to meet the girls. They asked turning to meet the girls, they asked how much he gave Kim. $10, she said, smiling. And I have a date to boot. It was a good day. Kim and her friends headed to the store. Laughter filled the streets. Carefree and ready to party, Kim with a date and the other girls working on it. Later that night, buzzing, Kim got dressed for the night, knowing the young man James knew where to pick her up. It wasn't the first time they had hung out. Scrambling around, digging in her closet and boxes, finding herself in her sister's room. Finally, Kim found something to wear. Jumping into the shower, Kim lathered up several times, washing the sex and booze off her body, quickly rinsing the suds. Kim reaches for the towel and dries off, brushing her teeth in the mirror. Kim's mother calls outside the bathroom door. Have you seen my shirt? Kim lies and yells back, no. Placing the shirt in the hamper, combing out her hair, getting all the tangles out, Kim thought time for a homemade hairdo. Realizing she was out of jail, knowing she took the shirt from her sister's closet, Kim knocked on her sister's door with nothing on but a towel. Knock, knock. Kim calls out, "Do you have any hair gel?" Tammy was shorter than Kim, slightly pudgy, with a pretty face. Tammy handed over her gel, throwing open her room door. I want my hair gel back in 5 minutes. I'm coming to get it. Kim's response was, "I got you," and rushed into her room, thinking of a nice, easy, fast hairdo. Cocoa Puffs, she named her style. Kim thought, "You have a call. You have a call. You have a call. Cocoa Puffs." And wait a minute. Kim thought, "I've seen this style before. Looks good on me." Kim turned on her radio. Kim turns her radio on blast. Turn her radio on blast and dances around the room, making grinding circles with her hips. "I'm ready to party," Kim celebrated with herself, slowly putting on some makeup and a bright red skirt. You have a call. You have a call. Thinking easy access and laughing to herself on a Friday night, she knew James had gotten paid. Kim had $5 left from the $10 he had gave her earlier. Tucking them in her bra just in case James started acting crazy, she could get on the bus. James was known for having one too many and getting into fights with other men. He didn't like getting into fights with other men he didn't like. Adjusting her bra, Kim slid into her favorite silk blouse. Back in the day, Kim imagined marrying James, but the fights and the drinking got in the way. Plus, his thing for the ladies. Kim was smelling good, sitting on the front porch, waiting to see headlights to James' car. A few trucks passed by. Kim thought of her Cocoa Puffs being puffier enough. Her sister came out the door looking for a hair gel. Sitting in the dark, Kim knew her sister would recognize her skirt, but because Tammy didn't have on her glasses, it was dark. Kim knew she would see. Kim knew she would see it if she did. Sure, okay. Tammy didn't have on her glasses. It was dark. Kim knew she would see if she did. Sure as shit stank. She would tell her to take it off. Instead, Tammy asked for a hair gel. "It's in my room, you can get it," Kim tells her sister. Tammy turns and walks in the hallway and hears Kim's radio still playing. Tammy yells back towards the porch, "I'm turning off the radio." Kim yells, "Okay." High beams pass until a bright light flooded the porch. It was James. Wanting to see her outfit, She stood in the flooded lights before she slid in the passenger seat. James was wearing a white t-shirt with dark blue jeans, broad shoulders, and slim waist. James was looking hot. James was looking fly. "Hi, Kim," he exclaimed, slowly walking down the steps. "You got here earlier than I expect." "No," he said. "Hi," Kim exclaimed, and slowly walking down the steps. "You got here earlier than I expected." Kim smiled. James smiled back, saying, "You know I'm not going to keep you waiting. Come on, let's go." James winked. Kim yelled behind her, "I'm gone," and rushed to the passenger seat, letting herself in James' car. It smelled of weed and cologne. Kim thinking this is going to be a fun night, making herself cozy in the seat. Kim remembered how much James enjoyed kissing. James backed out of the yard. James was a very careful driver. Kim always felt safe riding with him. "Got some beers in the cooler, and I got you the wine coolers you like." "Ooh," said Kim. Looking into the back seat, she saw a blue Igloo cooler with a white lid. She opened the cooler. Kim reached in and poured out strawberry coolers. It was 5 left, and 10 Busch beers. Must have been a 12-pack, Kim thought. James was 2 beers ahead of her. Putting the strawberry cooler to her lips, Kim took a big swig. Nice and cold on a hot summer night. On a nice summer night. "You treat me so fine," using a line she seen in a movie. All right. What did y'all think about that so far? That is a story that I wrote. And I have a few more pages. I will finish it. I know it's kind of a rough read, but, look at the words. It's kind of rough write. So, if you want to hear the rest of the story, be sure to tune in. I'm going to read all 50 pages. I'm going to stop right here. And, hopefully you'll like the end. It is a twist to it. So, just stay tuned. Thank you so much for coming in. And I wrote this story during the time I was here in Utah, when I was pretty much bored out of my mind. I figured it was a good time to exercise, my writing skills, and do something different. Now, I know the story kind of started off rough. It's a kind of choppy story, and she's not a girl that hasn't had experiences in her life. So that's why I know you would enjoy the rest of this, because it's a story that it held my interest, and hopefully it will hold yours. like this page here, James focused on driving, but turned only, wait a minute, James focused on driving, but Jane focused on driving, turned and said, only the best for my baby girl, wondering what the night had in store. Kim giggled. James drove for 30 more minutes before pulling into a drive-in theater. Cars was lined up with initials turned off. Cars drive was lined up with the initials turned off. The line was long. Getting inside the gate. Nice pickup. Oh, getting inside the gates. Kim spoke softly. James replied, "Yup, a good horror movie. Those jump scares that should get you in my arms." James smiled, a devilish grin. You know me so well," Kim teased, handing James a beer from the bag. Sugar, handing James a beer from the bag. Kim reached, oh, hand me a beer from the bag. Sugar. Kim reached in the back seat and opened the cooler, giving James a cold one. He popped the lid and took a big gulp. Ah, this is the life. They both laughed and sipped on their beverages, waiting for the line to move. What you want to talk about? Kim asked. James looked Kim up and down and said, "You," lowering her eyes and nodded. "Well, okay. You know, I did a month in county for not going to court, the longest 30 days in my life." James adjusted himself in the seat and responded, "Yeah, I heard what they said you did. Well, I got into a fight with Tony. He pushed, so I slapped him. Someone seen us and called the police. Since I was over at his house, I went to jail." Okay, now what this is Kim explaining why she did 30 days. And it was getting loud, so it seemed a lot worse than it was by the time the cops arrived. By the time the cops arrived, we was in our corners. Kim laughed. Yes, this is a rough read, but hopefully you'll get, a story out of it, and I can learn how to write better. Thank you so much for coming in. This is Yesme TV. I'm gonna read some more of it, and hopefully you like it. And if you don't, feel free to put it in the comments. And that'll give me some good feedback on learning to write better, But this is my first story. It's a 50-page story. And hi, how you doing? It's a 50-page story, and it'll give me, I need some feedback. And I'm gonna read it all to you. I'll read the rest of it tomorrow. Hopefully it wasn't too rough for you and you kind of get the basis of where I'm going with this. It's just something straight out of my imagination. Some things I can relate to, some I can't. But it's a story, and it has a good ending. It's a surprise ending. I didn't even see it coming. So hopefully, you'll stick with me and check it out. Thank you for coming into my live. I'm an hour and 5 minutes in. I appreciate everyone that come through. I think maybe you know what I'm thinking. I might go a little longer, but I'm not gonna read any more of this. I might not. I might just do some stuff around the apartment and just wait for people to come through, and hopefully y'all have some questions you want to ask me either about the story I just wrote and read to you or anything else about my videos that I made. The videos that I made. So just stay put. I'll be right back. I had to go to the store today and yeah. I gotta remember I'm live. I was going to the restroom and started pulling down my britches. I'm like, oh shit. Wait a minute. I ain't wanna show no butt on this thing. But yeah, I gotta remember I'm live. Happy Memorial Day weekend to who all celebrated. I hope you have a great day. Eat some good food. And yeah, I hope you come through here and conversate with me. Converse. I got some shrimp I'm gonna cook. It was a good deal. They already peeled. And yeah. Let me eat that. I may make some corn with it. I've been wanting some. You know what? I think I'm gonna put some corn in. Man, my knee is something else. So aggravating. I'm sitting so low. I got some corn on the cob today. Corn on the cob. I got some butter. And I haven't had any corn on the cob in a minute. I haven't had any corn on the cob in a minute. See, that's a nice corn right there. Nice cob. I'm gonna get that going. Okay, I have thank you for coming through. I'm making some corn. I have some aches and pains I'm dealing with. And sitting this low, it definitely exacerbate them. But this is my story that I want to. This is my story, and I'm going to read a little bit of it. Today I had a nice iced tea, so my mind is everywhere. I'm still um, going through something in Salt Lake City, Utah. Ooh, I said, well, I guess you probably already know I'm in Salt Lake City, but I ain't gonna be here that long. I'm just visiting Salt Lake City. I'm making corn and yeah, I got a couple of owlies sitting on this lower floor, ain't hitting on nothing, cause I'm way down here. But anybody want to come through, please by all means come through. And I can tell you what I'm gonna have for, yeah, dinner. This is gonna be dinner. I'm gonna make corn. I'm gonna have some shrimp. And I may make a rice with it, something quick. I don't know how long it takes to do this corn, but I'm thinking about an hour. This is straight off the cob. I haven't made corn in a minute. It's corn, but if anybody want to come through, hey, how you doing? Anybody want to come through, be my guest? I'll probably walk us downstairs a little bit. Um, yeah, I'll probably walk us downstairs and get some fresh air. Y'all want to walk downstairs? I keep getting up, and this is so. Y'all bear with me. This is so low. Just 1 second. I got my slides. Let's just walk on down. Let's see. That's a corn. Um, let's put that away. I I got a few things I need to put away. Hold on. Just follow me. 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna go outside. All right, I'm outside and I'm going to just sit out here for a minute. Let y'all see what Salt Lake City look like. See that? But as you can see, it's like Memorial Day weekend. Ain't nothing happening out here. Ain't nothing too much happening out here. I was sitting right here earlier today, and I was talking to this guy. I wish I could have recorded his conversation because I couldn't understand nothing he was talking about. He was from California, but I was trying to get it. But yeah, they got the swimming pool out. Y'all want to look at the swimming pool? Come on. The swimming pool is open. I figured I'll show y'all. The office closed so I can kind of move around freely, you know. See, they got a swimming pool over here. I want to enjoy it. I'm gonna show it to you. I'll leave it at that. Since they got kids in the pool. This is the complex I live in Utah. As you can see, it's quiet. It's a lot of people over here, but ain't nothing happening. That's why I'm on live. See how big it is? All these apartments, ain't too many people out here. There's no smoking in this apartment, none of that za and anything else. It's hot. It is hot out here. Summer is, oh man, summer is here. The bus running. We're gonna go to the edge of the road. But as you can see how quiet it is. People be going to like California, Las Vegas, Nevada. Everybody haul ass during the holidays. They haul ass. See down that way? See those mountains? This is Utah, surrounded by mountains. Yeah, I just went outside for a second. But as you can see, ain't nothing happening. I had to come back. Don't ever do that. All right. That was a little walkthrough on this Memorial Day. If you notice, it looked the same as any other day. Ain't nothing happened in Utah. That's why I'm here with you. I figure it'll be um, more happening on live than it is out there. And if they doing something, I don't know about it. So we're an hour and 27 minutes into this live. And I got a couple of highs. Hello. And let's see what else we got. Yep, someone said bye. I'm talking about myself. Yeah, good burger. That was funny. Yeah, I'm gonna take off these shoes. I'm just waiting for people to come through and maybe conversate with me, converse, talk to me. Yeah, if I had some music, it'd probably be much better. I could like dance, pop, lock for you. But I don't know. I guess I eat a sandwich because it's still early and it's early. I don't want to eat dinner and go to bed. I'm just gonna make a little sandwich. I'll do put some lettuce on this sandwich. And a little mayo. And a tomato. I think this is gonna be a ham sandwich. Yeah, a little tomato, lettuce, tomato, and a piece of ham. Don't get y'all still there? Okay. Make it a mess. And put a pickle. pickle on here. I don't have any chips. Thank you for joining me. I think it's going to be a lunch live. Got a sandwich. Big piece of lettuce. Okay. Lettuce, tomato, pickle. If y'all want to talk about something, go right ahead. Put it in the stream, and I answer to the best of my ability. Right now, I'm having lunch. Dinner ain't gonna be done for a couple of hours, so. This is a good sandwich. Anybody having lunch, come and join me. We can have lunch together. I got a big cup of water here. I'm gonna wash this down with. Yeah, this is lunch. I was hungrier than I thought I was. I done demolished his sandwich. I was hungry. Thank you for having lunch with me. I don't have no amount of ice. I am out of ice. Just wash it down a little. Well, I was gonna do water. I'm gonna do some milk. A little milk. All right, I got a little milk. Still waiting on y'all to come through. Hey y'all. I think this is the longest stream I ever done. I'm like an hour and 42 minutes in it. Thank you so much for coming through. I know my story was hard to bear. This is definitely amateurish, but I'll read some more of it, and hopefully y'all can look at this tape and tell me what you think. Yeah, this is the longest stream. I want to thank everybody for coming through. And we had a little lunch, read a little of my story to get outside and see what I'm seeing. Yeah. Now you know why I'm on here. Just reaching out to the public. I appreciate everybody that came through, I really do. This has been quite an experience going live. I only got a few lives. I'm trying to get comfortable in front of the camera. I'm usually behind it. And yeah, I'm at an hour 44 minutes, and I'm just going to probably end it in a little bit and watch other people's lives. That's what I'm gonna do. I want to kind of sit here though, see who come through. But you know, with no music, no kind of games, it's kind of but then we're all adults here. If you have something you want to ask me, go right ahead. But I'm glad you stayed to have lunch with me. As you can see, I wolfed down that sandwich like it wasn't nothing. And I'll probably come back on later. And yeah, might as well. This is the longest live I've ever done. I got to see the swimming pool. I would like to get in that swimming pool. Maybe when I get a bathing suit. You know, I was surprised to see it was a swimming pool out here. But it is. Everybody enjoying it. And yeah, I think I'll probably put my toe in it. And splash. I might even splash around. It stays open till 10 o'clock, so that's good time. You know, the youngins, they're there during the earlier part of the day. So about 8-ish, 9 o'clock. And I think adults would be trying to get some R&R. But once again, thank you so much for coming through. This is Yesme TV, my longest live ever. And just stick with me, it's gonna get better. Right now, I'm not around any friends or family. I'm just kind of trying to make it through this summer Then I'll be out the door and doing something different. This is just part of what I'm up to. And hopefully my story entertain you just a little bit. And yeah, everything else that I was doing, hopefully, there's people out here that's um, kind of like me, just trying to find something to do throughout the day. It's a holiday, and you gotta find some kind of entertainment. So my my way of entertaining myself is coming to the people, trying to interact with other YouTubers, viewers, you know. So I'm gonna end the chat right now. And once again, thank you so much for coming through. This is my longest chat ever, and it will get better. Just stick with me, and maybe we can have some fun. Then I can get some people that can relate to me and want to interact with me, and we could talk. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's fine with me. But right now, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for coming through.